Okay, y'all, listen up. Y'all know how a rapper starts rapping and then they start flowing, and you just got to get it while it's hot. She started talking, Mama started talking to me after we logged off and dropping some nuggets. So we're live again real quick so she could drop these nuggets while we have her, okay? Because this is a gift and a blessing. So go ahead. What were you talking about? Losing your identity?
Yes. So many times, we we get lost, so my advice is, one of the nuggets is, don't get lost in the new baby fog. We focus so much on motherhood that the motherhood fogs who we are, and we lose our identity. We
Yeah.
lose who we are as a person because we're being the mother. We're walking into motherhood. Motherhood is just a branch added to who we are. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's an extra that's added. It I mean, we're always going to be a mother, but many times I see so many women just completely fogged with
Yeah.
motherhood, and they have no identity of who they are. Not even as a person, not even as a spouse, as a wife, because all they know to do is be a mom, and that is not good. So yes, this is a piece of advice: do not, please do not, mothers, do not, especially new moms, do not get lost in the new baby fog.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming. um, it is important to take time for yourself, even if it's just, uninterrupted, whether it's a bath, whether it's just being able to eat a meal. It's okay. Just do not allow the new baby fog to allow you to lose your identity of who you are. Always remember that. Remember that motherhood is just a branch added to you.
A branch attitude.
Added, and so that's very important. Never be ashamed to ask for help. We should never be ashamed to ask for help. It could be very overwhelming. We could get exhausted. And I've learned in life how not asking for help can really just damage you. So this is why, and Sheree, you can testify to this,
Yes.
and many other people, but this is why, from the deepest of my heart, I mean, it's so important for me to be available to you and Jonathan, to Frankie and Candy, to just anyone that is near me, that is married and have kids. I am here for you because I know what that can do, not to be able to just have a break, to have the help that you need. um
Yeah.
yeah, it could be very exhausting. So it's fine. All babies cry, it's okay. All babies cry doesn't mean that you're doing anything bad. You're busy raising a tiny human being who does not even know themselves. They don't have words, so they have sounds, and one of the sounds is that they cry. They're hungry,
Yeah.
they cry. Something bothers them, they cry. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything better, that your baby just simply cries and does not allow you to rest. No, it's okay, for babies to cry. Be kind and be patient to yourself. Be kind and be patient. Patient is a key element that we need. We only get that through wisdom, as we learn. I don't know what I know today because I just know I've been through this, 30 something years. So this is why, I say patience. It's important, and be kind to yourself. Don't be hard. Don't be judgmental to yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't talk yourself down. Don't say, I'm a bad mom because, I couldn't figure this out. Well, yeah, you're new at this. You're not going to figure everything out. You're going
Yeah.
to learn. You're going to figure things out as you grow with your child, as you grow into motherhood. So don't be hard on yourself. Look out for yourself. Look out for yourself, because if you do not, we already know that postpartum, can bring depression into our lives. And
Yeah.
I know what that is. Um, and it's okay to ask for help. Um, Create memories. as a new mom. Create not only the beautiful, post the not beautiful things on Facebook as
Hey,
well. Post the messy stuff too. Post I couldn't today. I just couldn't do this pile of laundry because I just couldn't do it. And it's okay. You
yeah,
know, one thing I tell people, please do not pretend to be or to live something that is not or that you are. It's okay just to be you. This is your life. You tell your story. No one else can tell your story. We can
yes,
share your story, but we cannot tell your story. It's a difference to tell than to share. So you tell your story how it is, and be proud of that, and be proud to say, I'm learning. I haven't figured it out yet. Well, my baby was crying and my food burned on the stove. It's okay. It happened.
yeah,
Um, we don't need to be perfect. We just need to grow in excellence. Um, it's okay, to to not only bond with your baby, but to say, I need time away from my baby. That doesn't mean you don't love your baby. No, it means you need a break.
yeah,
It, you know, it's okay. Like I was telling you earlier, it's okay to turn on the vacuum when your baby's sleeping. It's okay if they wake up. Your baby will learn eventually to sleep with the noise around the house, with the music loud.
yes.
You can clean your house and dance as you're cleaning, and your baby is going to be okay. The
Okay.
noise is not going to damage your kid. They're going to learn to. They're going to learn to control that. To
Yes.
have dominion over that. That noise is not going to wake them up. So don't be hard on yourselves on that. Again, you don't always need advice. You don't always need advice. Go with your gut instincts. You know, follow. Follow that rule of that mother instinct.
Yeah, the
Listen to it.
instinct. Yes.
Yeah, listen to it. It doesn't always mean that you need to do it. But just know that not always you need to take advice. Everything is a phase. Everything is going to pass. Everything is going to pass. Nothing's going to
Yeah.
last forever. So it's okay if you're living that phase where you got good sleep, you didn't get good sleep, you're fighting naps, you have a cranky, fussy, teething little baby growing, getting into everything. It's a phase. It's a phase. And it's okay. Don't
Yeah.
be hard on yourself. Anytime we find ourselves just stuck on complaining about those things, let's not complain and just tell ourselves it's a phase, it's going to pass. I'm going to get through this. This doesn't last
Yes.
forever. Let me just try to prepare myself for what's coming after this, and be ahead of the game. And always remember, there's so many ways, and many different ways of doing things.
Yeah. The same thing. Yep.
So there's just many way of different ways of doing things. Every baby, every family is different. Every family is different. Oh, but my friend does this way. You are different. You are not your friend. Your baby is not your friend's baby. Know
Yes.
that there's so many different ways of doing things, um, to find what works for you best. And if it works for you, then you just run with it, and don't worry about the rest. Just run with
Yeah.
what works best for you. I'm not worrying about the whoever's or whatever's around you, what they have to say. You are the mom. you know
Yeah.
People are always willing to give advice. I'm always willing to give advice, but I'm also aware, and I'm always okay if you do not take my advice.
Amen.
The most important thing here is that you are able to figure it out and it
Oh,
works for you. And when we can get to that place, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter, you know, what's going on around us, what choices, what works, works.
and
And
that's
if it
it.
works, we're going to be able to apply that to our lives. So that's very important. And the ultimate advice that I can just give all the new moms to be, mom with school age children, relax, and trust your instincts. You've got this. You've got this.
Yeah. Else she wouldn't be trusted. God would have been like, nope, not her.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. Just relax and trust your instinct. Trust who you are. Learn who you are as a mother to your children, not how other people are a mother to their children, because you will probably fail because you are not that mother. You are not that person.
Yes.
And I say this to say, don't try to be your mom raising your kids. Don't try to be your mother-in-law raising your kids, because you are not your mom and you are not your mother-in-law. You are not your friend. You are you. So be proud of who you are as a mom, as a new mom, and just relax and trust the process and embrace the process and grow with the process. And let
Yes.
it just unfold before you as you move forward and you grow in this process. Never losing. I cannot get tired enough of saying never losing your identity. Please never lose your identity as you are growing into motherhood.
Lord.
Because you are a woman. You are a woman. Moms, you are a woman. Your husband still needs your wife.
Hello.
They love you being the mother of their children, but they marry you to be their wife. Don't lose that identity. Don't lose that person to that husband. They need the wife also. And many times we lose ourselves as a wife. We lose ourselves as a woman. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't pamper ourselves. We don't beautify ourselves. It's okay. It's okay if I want to be in my sweats, and it's okay if I just want to have a messy hair day, and I don't, I don't want to get beautified. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong is when you lose yourself in that. That's not
Yes.
okay. That's not okay.
When it becomes an
So,
everyday, all day thing.
yes, that's not okay, because you are a woman and you are a wife. You still have that husband that is looking forward to coming home, not only to the mother of his child, but to his wife.
Ma, I'm glad you
So,
said that because I think that's one of the things that I'm learning in this phase with Ava. Because I felt like with the boys and everything, I don't know if I just had less stuff to do, but with Ava, she's the worst roommate. Like, she does not want to go to sleep. She wants to talk when we're talking. She wants to watch a movie with us. She interrupts us. Like, she's just, as soon as Jonathan's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, babe." Nah. Like, how does she know? And I'm so glad you said that to me, because that's even penetrating in my mind. Like, I have to remember I'm still a wife as well. And I think a lot of us, we forget that. That's why I'm talking. We get a lot of, yes, a lot of couples end up getting divorced early on when and the child is a baby, because we forget that, because we forget how to connect. Because of course you want to put your child first, but it's kind of like there's that balance thing. It's okay, like you said, for the baby to cry if I just need some actual cuddle time with the husband. And You just gonna have to live your best life by yourself, roommate.
yeah, you don't want motherhood to take you to become something or someone you're not.
Yeah,
That's very important.
you're
And
right.
this is why one of the questions you had asked was, how do you prepare when your children are no longer, how do you prepare for your children not being in the home, not being in the nest, leaving? That's something very important, because I have met so many couples that have divorced because their life became their children. And when their children were out of the home, they had nothing in common. They had nothing, literally nothing to talk about. They didn't even know each other anymore, because that wife, all she did was become the mom, and the dad, all he did was become the father, and there was no husband and wife anymore. Everything became
Yeah.
the children. So this is why it's very important that not only do you, mom, exist as a mom and as a person, but that for those moms that are married, that your marriage is also in existence. It's there. Your marriage is there. You have to take care of your marriage. You need that time for your marriage. You need that time for your spouse, because your kids are going to grow. They're going to discover they have a mind of their own. They have dreams of their own, things they want to do on their own, and they're going to leave that nest. And it's just going to be you and your spouse.
Yeah.
And I've seen many couples that have divorced because they have nothing in common with their spouse. Every conversation at the table, every conversation that they had was about the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's, this is why it's so important that you don't become someone you're not supposed to be. So it's very, very, very important that I can't stress it enough for you to know that you have your identity. Don't lose who you are in being a mother. Being a
Thank,
mother is just a grace, a gift, that branch that is added to your identity. And that's
thank you
very
so
important.
much. I feel like I should just carry around a recorder every time. Thank you for that nugget. Did you have any more nuggets?
No, that was it. That's all I wanted to share.
I'm chewing on that. Thank you. I know husbands, thank you too. I know mothers and grandmothers, thank you too, because that's one of the things it's hard to see when you're in it until someone like says it, exposes it. You're like, oh, I have been making my child an idol. I have been pushing things aside, calling it motherhood, but really neglecting my husband, neglecting myself. And so I really thank you for that. Whew. All right, I'm glad we got that recorded.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you're tuning in later, listen to what this woman is saying. This is golden. So thanks, mom. I love you.
Love you guys. Bye.